What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to take a look at the last nodes of Dark Dimension 4, which characters you have to focus on in order to beat Dark Dimension 4 as fast as possible and as safe as possible, so you can get that crazy border that you can apply to your profile. Also Doctor Doom if you still didn't unlock him. So for this legendary lane we are going to use Omega Red. He was not available on the second pass yet, he should be available soon, and he's one of the best legendaries right now, so get him as fast as possible. Other legendaries that we are using, it's Dr Octopus, Ebony Maw, Jubilee and Adam Warlock. All of the, I would say that these legendaries right now are the best. And specifically for these nodes you have many combinations that you can do to keep all the enemies under control. So let's get started. And in terms of positioning, I like to use Ebony Maw and Jubilee behind Dr Octopus, so they get additional deflects and they also get speed up, because they are the characters with the least survivability, so it's gonna be nice to have all those additional effects. Okay, so because we are using Dr Octopus, we don't get any offense down on our team. You want to ability block Merc LT to make sure that he doesn't apply speed up and offense up to anyone. Then you want to make sure that the Kree nobles are under control, so they don't, and by under control I mean with stun, so they are not able to remove the negative effects from the other enemies. This is extremely important, otherwise you might lose the control of everyone because of those Kree nobles. Okay, so we leave Dr. Octopus for last, and depending on which character you have, you might want to focus on Baron Zemo, flipping those positive effects on him, or you want to stun Beast and Colossus. If you have the ultimate with the Omega Red available, you can go on Baron Zemo and you'll be fine. Apply ability block to Cyclops and this will prevent him from applying taunt to your characters. Then finish off Baron Zemo, finish off Cyclops, and then you have Bishop. If you feel that there is opportunity where you can use the negative effects on the enemies to spread them around, with Jubilee, make sure you do that. We have another Kree Noble, so once again we want to stun Kree Noble. Make sure that she doesn't do anything funny like removing the negative effects from us. And pay attention to the speed bar of the enemies and see which one needs to be blinded with Jubilee. If you can do that, you'll prevent a lot of slows and turning winds, which is something that you want to avoid. Okay, so this one is blinded, so we are going to focus on the other one with our multiple attacks. Then we are going after once again Baron Zemo and the Kree Noble. This time we have the ultimate of Dr. Octopus available. We were able to get rid of Baron Zemo early on, and we apply ability block to Merc LT, make sure that he doesn't give speed up and offense up to everyone. Okay, so we blinded Dr. Octopus. We are not able to stun Kree Noble now, and she's way too low to take advantage of the stun, so we just destroy her. We keep Dr. Octopus blinded, we finish off Merc LT, and now we can do some damage on Cyclops. It's not very important. Cyclops without the other X-Men is not super dangerous. Okay, so that was the first legendary node. Now let's take a look at the second node, which is a little bit more difficult than this one, but it's still something definitely easy to deal with the specific team, which has many stuns, many ability blocks, and that will give us a fairly easy win. Okay, so here we go. We have Falcon, we have Ironheart, we have Hela, so you want to avoid as much as possible to kill the Gregs. Of course it's gonna happen every now and then, but avoid it. So you want to apply ability block to Ironheart to make sure that she doesn't turn in winds with her special, or apply defense down to us with her ultimate. and then you want to get rid of Falcon. Now in this case I also apply the stun to Hela. It's not super important. The priority targets are going to be definitely Falcon and Ironheart, and apart from both of them you are just fine. Just try to apply blinds to Ghost Rider, apply blind to Hela, and apply blind to Venom, yes. Heimdall, he should be immune to blind, and while Heimdall is on the field, Hela is also going to be immune to blind, so pay attention to that. You might not be able to apply it right away, so if you can't, go for the ability block instead. So we have this bunch of bleeds, so we are just waiting for them to bleed out. Use Omega Red Basic as often as necessary to remove big chunks of health from the enemies. And now we are going for the second wave. On the second wave we have the two very problematic characters, Squirrel Girl and Psylocke. So you want to stun Squirrel Girl, and that will remove the dodge from Psylocke, and then you want to use the stun from Adam Warlock to stun Psylocke. Another option is to apply ability block to Psylocke. That will also work. And as you can see, after you apply the stuns and the ability blocks, you can extend all the negative effects for one additional turn with Dr. Octopus. This is why this team is so strong. We have so many ability blocks and so many stuns that after we can extend that, the enemies will have no chance of doing anything. So with this in mind, we are finishing off Squirrel Girl, Proxima Midnight and Psylocke. Those are the priority targets. Then after those we have Negasonic, and now this half wave we have two American Chavez and we have War Machine. So the War Machine, it does a big damage, and if your allies go down, he will apply taunt to them. You want to avoid that as much as possible, so make sure that War Machine is blinded and remove him as fast as possible. He should be your priority as soon as he is on the field, and use the different slows that you have to keep the American Chavez under control. With the slows and then with offense down, they will not be able to do much. And these Carnages, we have a Shocker, and the Shocker is giving them a turn meter, but it's not super relevant. Okay, so American Chavez is gone, Carnage is gone, the other Carnage is going away. We are waiting the War Machine to bleed out, and this American Chavez also goes away. So now we have the third wave. Once again we have Psylocke, so stun Ironheart. That will remove the dodge from a Psylocke, and then you can stun her or ability block her. The difference is that if you ability block her, she will still get dodges. If you stun, she will not get dodges. So we are almost with the Psylocke wrecked. So now let's try to spread that ability block from her. We were able to spread to Daredevil. Now I'm finishing off Heimdall, so I can apply blind to Sif. We have now an additional Carnage, Falcon and Venom, so go after the Falcon. You don't want him to have his second turn and even the first turn, but make sure that you apply offense down to him so the first turn is not too painful. So now with Carnage and Venom on the field, you want to try to blind them and make sure that these Daredevils are not like doing way too many counters. They still do a lot of damage, and if you can avoid those counters, that would be great. Okay, so I double tap Ironheart to finish her off. She didn't have any overturns, which is what we want. Now we are going to finish off Daredevil, and then Venom. Venom is still not a priority. Venom is actually a priority because even with his basic is problematic because he's flipping the positive effects on you. So if you can blind Venom, then you can ignore him. But if you cannot blind Venom, it's just better to finish him off as fast as possible, even before Carnage. Okay, so we have Carnage and Sif for last, and we are on our final wave on the second node of the legendary lane on the Doom raids. So once again we have Psylocke with the dodge. We are going to stun Proxima Midnight this time, and we are going to ability block Psylocke and apply offense down to everyone around her. Extend all those ability blocks, extend the stuns, apply slow on everyone, do health drain, and as you can see, just one rotation of our team completely decimated the enemy team. And this is why I consider these legendaries to be the best ones. And if in case you don't have Omega Red, you can use Invisible Woman or Shuri. Shuri would be a little bit better for the additional energy that can go for Ebony Maw, and that will allow you to give a little bit more damage with the ultimate by increasing the frequency of it. Okay, so we finish off Ghost Rider, so he doesn't do some big damage to us. He has all those bleeds. We have now this Daredevil. Make sure that you use the basic with Dr. Octopus on Daredevil, because it can't be dodged, and that works great for us. So we have the last wave. Heimdall and American Chavez are going to bleed out, hopefully, and then we'll continue for the last node of Dark Dimension 4. Once again, stun Psylocke. This time she had no dodge. Then we have Ironheart and Falcon, so you want to apply ability block to them and stun them. So we ability block Falcon, we stun Ironheart, and now I'm going to try to get her low enough so I can spread the negative effects on her with the Jubilee. So we are able to spread a bunch of blinds, and most importantly the defense down, which will allow us to speed up through this. But on this last wave you really want to make sure that you have all your cooldowns available. So after you are done with Psylocke, with the Falcon and with the Ironheart, make sure that you go slow enough that you don't set yourself into danger, but not too fast, so you can recover all your cooldowns, because the first wave of the last node is quite hard, and if you don't have the cooldowns ready, you'll not be able to deal with this. Okay, so we have all the cooldowns ready. We finish off the Heimdalls, we finish off the Greg. Call Obsidian fell on his ass, and now let's go to the last node from Dark Dimension 4. Okay, so here we are for the last node of Dark Dimension 4 on the legendary lane. Let's get started. And like I said, the cooldowns is going to be very important, and you'll see right now why. So Black Widow goes first, and everyone will get the speed up. But with Dr. Octopus, you can flip that speed up into slow. As fast as you can, you want to apply ability block to Yellow Jacket. He does tons of damage, and you want to make sure that he doesn't. After, you want to ability block or stun Falcon, and you want to get rid of Black Widow. This will allow you to get a shield and immunity from Ebony Maw, and that will prevent any incoming damage. Okay, so finish off Falcon, Yellow Jacket, then you have Star-Lord, and you also have Hawkeye to deal with. If you can flip that early speed up from everyone, Hawkeye is not going to be such a huge problem. And as you can see, we are getting tons of barrier, and this is why Ebony Maw is so good on this node. Okay, so more slow on Hawkeye. We are finishing off Star-Lord, and now you only have Stature without the other Pimtech characters, and just by herself she is easy to deal with. Make sure your cooldowns are ready for this turn. So like always, we want to flip the positive effects on Ebony Maw, and after we are done with that, we want to apply stun to him and to Taskmaster. After, you want to ability block Vision, and that's pretty much all you have to do. So after you stun Ebony Maw, stun Taskmaster, and ability block Vision, just finish these three characters, and the other ones, just make sure that they have slow and offense down, and you don't have much to worry about. Now the Korats can be a minor problem with their taunt, but this is 100% based on luck, so there is nothing you can do about it. wasting ability block on them, it's a little bit unnecessary, but if you can, apply ability block to one character and then spread it around like I did in order to stop this. Okay, so with Thanos there in the corner, just ignore him. What you can do here to save your cooldowns is to never attack Thanos with Omega Red. Use Omega Red to attack the other characters and use the other characters to attack Thanos, and this will allow you to slow down a little bit and get the cooldowns back up. When you are finishing a wave, you always want to do the special with Dr Octopus to make sure that everyone has speed up and deflects. Okay, so we want to stun Black Widow, make sure that she didn't give speed up to anyone. Then you want to finish off Jessica Jones, and at the same time you want to stun or ability block with Trauma the Human Torches. If it's not with Trauma, be careful with it because they will flip that, and then it's not going to be as beneficial to you. Apply offense down to everyone, and you can ignore Ultimus for the most part. He has a block chance, so trying to stick a blind on him is going to be a problem. And try to blind or stun Quake. Every time you see Quake, you want to do that, blind or stun, to make sure that she doesn't apply offense down and slow to you. Especially the slow is very important. Okay, so once again I'm trying to slow down to get my cooldowns ready for the third wave. We still have that annoying Korath, we have the Kree Cyborg, but we can deal with them quickly. We have a lot of barrier, very important to prevent any damage. So Taskmaster, once again, let's go for the stun. We apply slow for him because we were not able to apply the stun. Then we want to stun the Kree Noble once again to make sure that she doesn't remove these stuns that we are applying. Ability block Vision and extend everything. So now they have tons of defense downs, slows, ability blocks and stuns for multiple turns. And this is why it's so easy to beat this node with this team, because we have turns and turns of negative effects on the enemies for you to deal with. And this is why it's so important to stun Kree Noble, so she is not able to remove those negative effects. Okay, so Taskmaster is gone, Kree Noble is gone, now we are going after Vision, and maybe we are going to spread the negative effects around, let's see. Ability block with Trauma on Human Torch, so no one is able to remove it. Stun the Kree Noble that just dropped, and finish off the Human Torch. Anytime you want, you can finish off the Scarlet Witch to give you additional barrier or to give you the immunity. Okay, so here I try to spread the defense down to everyone, I was not able to, so we continue with this third wave. Finish off now the Kree Noble, and then the Cables and Deadpools, you don't have to worry about them too much, especially if they have offense down and blind. Okay, so now we are just poking around it to make sure that we have the cooldowns for the next wave. Omega Red with this big damage on the basic. Now we finish off the Deadpools. Then we have Cable. Cable is also a character that you want to blind to make sure that he never does his special, otherwise he can be quite annoying. The taunt with Thanos, no problem. And now we are going for the fourth wave. Let's go. So we have another Ebony Maw, we have a Black Widow, Stunner, ability block her, whatever you need to do to stop her. Flip or remove all the positive effects on Ebony Maw, and if you ability block him, you can use the stun against the Kree Nobles, which is much more important. After, you want to go against Jessica Jones, ability block her, stun her, or just destroy her, so you don't have to worry about her removing all these negative effects from the enemies. When you are done with Jessica Jones, finish off the Kree Nobles, finish off Ebony Maw. Take a look at which one is going to lose the ability block or the stun first, and focus on the other character. Okay, so Quake is blinded, so we don't have much to worry about. We finish off Ebony Maw. Now we are going to finish off the Kree Nobles. Now we have Ultimus and Cable, so once again, blind Ultimus, blind Cable, and you should be fine, nothing to worry about. Okay, so we apply also slow, apply slow to the different targets that don't have slow, just to prevent some damage. Now some big damage on Ultimus with Omega Red. That ability block with Trauma, make sure that no one removes it. The double tap with the isolate attack does so much damage from Omega Red, it's just great. Okay, we tried to spread, unfortunately we failed, not enough damage to spread. But you could do more damage with the isolate striker on Jubilee, but I prefer the skirmisher to make sure that she applies the negative effects, like the blind. So the wave is dropping, and like I said before, you want to make sure that Dr. Octopus has as many charges as possible. So whenever the next wave drops, you will have the speed up and the flex. Okay, so Cable is going to bleed out, Deathpool is going to fall off right now, and then we have Thanos that we have nothing to worry about with him. Okay, so we are a little bit low on that Ebony Maw, no problem, we are still going to be fine. So we have the fifth wave maybe, once again stun on Black Widow, then stun the Kree Noble, then the Human Torch, and finally ability block the Vision. There we got a stun on Nick Fury. This is not a priority, it was just a luck based from Adam Warlock, so don't worry too much about that. And I'm gonna finish off the Kree Noble fast, just because the other characters, they are solo already, that there is not much to worry about. Okay, so there you go. Now you're going after Nick Fury, he's almost having his turn, and he's going to apply defense up to everyone. We don't want any of that. Finish off Black Widow, finish off Nick Fury, finish off Vision. As you saw, I used the special from Jubilee to spread negative effects around, which is great. Finish off that Human Torch, and we are left with the Scarlet Witch, Ultimus, and Thanos. These characters are also very slow, and this is why they stay for last, to give you more time to get your cooldowns ready once again. And finally, the last wave of Dark Dimension 4, we have Taskmaster, Vision, another Kree Noble, we have Merc LT, and we have Emma Frost. As soon as you can, apply stun to Emma Frost, then apply stun to Taskmaster, then apply ability block to Merc LT, and try to finish off Kree Noble. Vision here is still a problem, but we have bigger problems to deal with, so let's do that. I ability block this time Graviton, because I don't want him to do his special and apply slow to us. The slow here is very important, and I should have extended, there I misplayed, I should have extended the stuns, I didn't, but it turned out alright. We are able to spread the defense down, and that will speed us up quite a lot and finish off the characters. Kree Noble, because now we have so many negative effects, she is not a priority, she is slowed. There are more than 4 negative effects on everyone, so just forget about her. And yeah, there we go, we are done with Dark Dimension 4. Once again, this was done in 3 hours, with a little break of 30 minutes in between. And I think that's pretty good, as you can see, 3 hours, and that's it. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the end of this mini series on Dark Dimension 4, the priority targets, who you have to kill first in order to beat these as fast as possible. And I hope you guys enjoy it. You can find all the episodes in a playlist on my YouTube channel. And if you found this information helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.